His children are hungry. The deer is 10 yards away, and some man in a castle says it belongs to him. The farmer knows the law. He knows the punishment. He knows the forest has eyes. But hunger does not care about royal seals, so in the dark he reaches for one arrow. Tonight he does not see royal property. He sees dinner. If he walks away, his family stays hungry. If he takes it, the whole forest may turn against him. In medieval England, that thought could put a poor man in terrible danger, because the deer was not just an animal. It was meat, money, status, law, and privilege, standing quietly in the trees. To one person, it looked like food. To another, it looked like property. For a hungry household, a deer could mean a lot. Meat for days, hide, bone, antler, fat, and something valuable enough to trade, in a hard season with bad grain or thin stores that mattered. When the animal stepped into the moonlight, the farmer did not see a symbol. He saw survival. But for kings, lords, and nobles, deer hunting was not simply dinner. It was sport. It was status. It showed who had horses, dogs, land, servants, and the right to ride through the countryside chasing animals other people were not allowed to touch. The deer was not just food, it was power with antlers. The strangest part is the word forest. Today we picture trees, but in medieval England, a royal forest was a legal zone. It could include woods, fields, pasture, roads, villages, heath, wetlands, and common land. People could live inside it and work inside it. The key was not the trees. The key was the law. The forest was not just scenery. It was authority drawn across the ground. Forest law protected two big things, venison and vert. Venison meant protected game animals, especially deer. Vert meant the greenery, trees, undergrowth, and habitat that allowed those animals to live. So the law did not only protect the deer, it protected the world around the deer. That rule book could reach into ordinary life. Hunting protected game was the obvious danger, but cutting wood, clearing land, damaging habitat, grazing animals in the wrong way, or keeping certain dogs could also become legal problems. A royal forest was not just a place. It was a rule book laid over the land. And a rule book needs people to enforce it. Foresters, keepers, verderers, and other officials watched the forest, guarded the deer, recorded offenses, and brought cases into forest courts. A farmer might think he was alone in the dark. But the forest had eyes, not magic eyes, human ones, paid ones, neighboring ones. The danger did not end when the arrow flew. Now there was a body to move, meat to cut, a hide to hide, blood to explain, antlers to conceal, and neighbors who might talk. A dog could bark, a footprint could matter. The shot was only the beginning of the crime. Punishment depended on time, place, status, and who was enforcing the rules. Earlier forest law could be brutally harsh. Later reforms, including the Charter of the Forest in the 1200s, limited some of the worst penalties. But the risk did not disappear. Fines, prison, confiscation, ruin, or worse could still matter terribly. For a poor farmer, even a fine could be catastrophic. So the real question was not, can he shoot it? The bow made the deer possible. The law made the deer dangerous. The real question was, can he afford to be caught? Because a rich man might pay and keep going. A poor man might lose the money, tools, freedom, and reputation his family needed to survive. That is the odd machine hiding in the woods. The forest looked wild, but legally it worked like a machine for sorting people who could hunt, who could gather, who could graze, who could command, who could be watched, and who could be ruined for touching the wrong animal. It took something that looked natural and made it speak the language of rank. So when we imagine the medieval forest, we should not picture only trees. Picture law, hunger, privilege, fear, and one deer standing in the dark. To the king it was sport. To the law-protected venison. To the farmer with hungry children waiting at home, it was dinner. The king's deer was not just meat. It was power with antlers.